Hey guys, welcome to Picksburgh. This is Anthony. We're doing a live working hangout. So far, it's just me and Kelly, but I've sent out some other links. If anybody wants to jump in, I did throw the link here in the chat. You can feel free to click on that and come on in, and I'll add you to the hangout as well. I wanted to be a man of my word and stick to the 7:30, even though the Steelers are still playing. So if you see me kind of off to the distance, it's because I'm trying to watch the end of this Steeler game because it's pretty close.
That's how much Anthony loves you.
Yeah, because I originally had this scheduled for noon, and then something came up and I wasn't able to do noon. So
hi, Kathy. Hi, Jody.
Wanted to make sure I didn't put you guys off again. So thanks everyone who is here. Let me actually pop up the chat because StreamYard's chat sucks.
Hi, Dee.
So I'm not seeing anybody. So give me a sec to get the actual chat.
Lynn. Craig. Yes, it's time. Justin.
Yeah, anyone that's wanting to come in, feel free to just click that link and come hang out with us. Yeah,
it's just me and Anthony.
We're just hanging out.
Hanging out, just like norms.
I know Nate's going to be joining, and Tommy and Destiny are going to join too.
We just be hanging like norms. You know, that's just how the kids talk nowadays.
All right, so I got the other chat. So hello to everybody that is in here. Kathy, you should jump in. What's up, Diane Matthews? Lynn
bronchitis.
Nate's in the house. See, look, Nate loves you too because he's watching you during the Steeler. He's in here during the Steeler game.
Hi, Nate.
I got it going too, Nate. I didn't want to blow him off twice today, Nate. So I got the game right here.
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, he's probably watching the game. Oh, we just lost Nate.
Hi, Tommy.
What up, Tommy?
What's up?
There's Nate.
What's everybody up to this evening?
I hit the wrong button. I tried to unmute myself, and then I ended up hitting the back button somehow.
No big deal. So yeah, let me just say hi to a few people. Yeah, Justin got himself a guy now. So what's up? Land Shark Picker, what is up? Yeah, this is real this time, Craig. Kathy, you can jump in if you want.
She's got bronchitis.
Oh, that sucks.
She's getting better, so she come live with me one day.
What?
For the exclusive.
What, Daddy?
For the exclusive.
What's up, Glenn? Good to see you, bud. You can jump in. If you want to jump in, you can. Alex, you can jump in. Whoever wants to jump in, feel free. We'll drop the link again.
Fat man, blow mama kisses. Mwah. Mwah. Fat man, you better get your fat butt on this panel right now. Come on.
Steelers do something stupid, I might have to mute real fast for all the good people in YouTube land. But Juju just caught a pass, so first down.
Come on, baby.
Luckily, I was watching it on the computer. I was just packing an Amazon order.
All you got to do is click that link. Click that link and come on the panel with Mama.
Clickety, clickety, clack.
Come on, man.
Push the button.
Oh, he's driving.
Dolphins won.
Did they?
2 in a row.
I thought they lost.
Two in a row. Now they're 2-7.
You're a Dolphins fan?
Yeah, well, my husband is. Oh, he's driving. I love you, fat man. I know I should call you by your name, but I'm not because you're my fat man. And I'm your fat mama. Well, mama loves you, baby.
Tommy, Lynn wants to see your new couch, man.
Oh, man. I think Destiny, maybe she didn't yet. I know she took a picture of it. I thought she would have uploaded it somewhere.
That was like the world's longest fumble just there.
I know.
My new couch is all the way upstairs, so we're gonna have to wait. Destiny just went to go get taco fixins, so
Taco?
Nate, I've never seen you in this
Taco.
environment.
Nice.
This is the rare glimpse of Nate lounging not working.
Yeah.
This is ultra rare.
This is Nate trying to watch the Steelers hustling.
This would be like if you open a pack of cards, you got like a super exclusive hologram or something. Yeah, that's that rare.
I agree with you there, T.
Nate, I had a couple of questions for you yesterday.
You did.
I'll be damned if I can think of what they were. Yep.
Gosh,
I was
darn it.
out. I was scanning away, and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to ask Nate about that." Oh, I gotta ask him, how does this work before I go and buy it? Now I can't remember not one of them, dude.
You know, you can always contact me anytime. I gave you my
I try
number.
not to be a pest, though. I just figure I'll wait till we get together, and
No,
I'll
you can-
remember. Yeah,
Tommy, that's when you text yourself on your phone.
I'll try to remember what it was.
If it was a if you're worried about being a quote
Dude, I hit
unquote
him up when he's at
pest,
work.
just text me.
I'm straight up pest mode.
Yeah, I did hit him up at work the other night from Walmart.
We're talking for like 10 minutes, and I was like, "Yeah, I gotta go," but I had time where I was able to finagle, conversation / keep a search / / all types of lookups.
Oh, what I was gonna ask you is, there was something I was scanning. One of the questions was, and I was restricted, and it said all I had to do was provide an invoice or receipt from a manufacturer or a distributor. Now, is
Sure.
my grocery store, if it's an itemized receipt and actually shows the item, is that no?
No, like if you were eligible to have the item, and then Amazon would say, "Hey, we want to see proof that this item is authentic, or that you actually sent us this item, or something like that," then yes, your receipt would be good, as long as it has the name or the UPC on it, like how Walmart does. Some of the receipts that you get sometimes, they will not accept them because they're very, very vague of what it is, the description or the UPC. So basically, if you would ever have to do that, what you would do is you would, basically like get a piece of paper, put it behind it, and then like point an arrow to like the one, and then put the ASIN next to it, and then make sure when you are sourcing, try to use the same credit card that you have on file with Amazon. This way, they have an easier time to verify that you did the purchase as well.
Yeah,
if you do all that stuff, you're protected.
It would all be done. That's why I went and created the business account just for Amazon, so all those numbers would just be linked and used just for that.
Yeah. You have the great setup on how you keep everything separate, and for bookkeeping and just for Amazon purposes, it's the perfect setup that way.
And I'm actually thinking about opening up another account just for the printing shit. I mean, if it seems like it's actually going to make a go of it, then I probably will do that too, because I just think it's easier to keep track of each
Melissa W?
business if you're actually making money on that particular business. Because if you're blending all them funds and going in and out from the same accounts, I think it's harder to keep track of which business is making enough money to make it worth your time,
Right. Not only that, I mean, if you had a merch store like directed just for merch, then with you doing YouTube and working with different people, you can actually share that link or whatever to that store without fear of someone knowing information about your other store, your RA or your wholesale store.
Right.
So it just protects you in that regard as well. Because you could, how we're talking about, like for example, like Christmas is coming, it's close. If you made a batch of,
You're welcome, Melissa.
say you did 10 shirts, or you had the design down, you had a basic image of it already done, then you could just put it on there and basically do print on demand for Amazon of those shirts as they sell. You could even do something like that too. So
yeah, and I've been investigating the last couple of days which route we want to do that with. Like, we plainly need a platform to put our stuff on. And I don't know if I want to do it through like an eBay business page, if I want to do it through a Shopify store, or if I just want to sell it like on an Etsy platform and just use Etsy for that. I'm trying to go with the most cost effective, but
Could do all the above just to have all them different types of customers.
yeah. Well, when it comes
like
to
whatever the cheapest fees are, I would do for like the YouTube and like, you know, everyone basically, unless you did it directly, you know, you could have it separated, you know, like that. But I mean, Amazon by itself, I mean, just doing different designs, I think you would do, you know, pretty well. You know what I mean? Just as long as your designs are, you know, stick out from the crowd. In other words, you know, I'm sure there's other people doing that, but I wouldn't think that would be super saturated where it'd be like, you know, you're looking through 40 pages of shirts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So,
right.
but yeah, I mean,
Hold on, let me take this.
It's R2D2.
yeah, you definitely have a point, though, Anthony. Like, even put it on all the platforms. That's just more visibility and you know, more reach that he has. You're muted there, buddy. Oh, you're on that one. Oh, okay. Why does the Steelers have to give me a heart attack every time I watch them?
Are they winning at least?
Yes, I think so. My kids keep going from my TV. I can't hear you, Anthony. Hi, Melissa.
Anthony's muted.
Oh, he's on the phone. Oh, I thought he said he was going, like his thing was on his phone.
Tommy's muted because he's on the phone. It's just you and me, love.
We're a one man, one woman show.
That's right. The only two that are important are here, right? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
They just busy.
You would think when you say, "Hey, I'm on a live stream," that would be like, "Okay, bye." But no one in my family ever would be like that. Like,
No, my family either.
Well,
I told him, I said, dude, I'm live. I said, you didn't call me all day. I said, as soon as I go live, 5 minutes later, you got my phone ring. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, but hey, real quick. And then
you know, like
one more thing, real quick.
So my wife would tell me, "You're always live." So she'd be like, "When can I call you or whatever?" If she was out on the, you know, out in the store or whatever.
what's up, Chris? Good to see you, bud. Feel free
It doesn't really matter. There are certain people I'll just answer for.
If I recognize the number, 9 out of 10 times I'll answer, unless I'm, you know, like at work and I'm like can't really run to a cubby somewhere and hide.
Scrappy, are you done licking
Normally, I
that?
won't answer during a live, but this dude, I don't know, he always seems to get himself in some crap. And sometimes if you don't answer it right then and there, his next call might be collect.
Oh, geez.
Reseller King.
Mommy, you scared me.
And
know
I
who
did
you're
say hi
talking
to
about.
hey, what's up, Jennifer Hayes?
Hey, Jennifer.
Tommy, how's his situation going?
I don't know. It just keeps getting pushed out and pushed out. I actually went with him to meet with his attorney the other day, and I don't really think he has much to worry about.
Oh, good. That's good. That's really good.
But, you know, when you're in that situation, it's a lot easier
Right.
to listen to other people say it than believe it yourself, you know. So his
Right.
nerves are racked.
Yeah, for sure.
What up, Lucas?
Lucas, I forgot to message you about my design. I need a probably a list of things I need to
You can
do.
come in here and scold him if you want, Lucas.
It's funny, Mama, how you knew exactly who I was talking about.
Who, me?
Yeah.
He knows all.
Mama knows all and sees all.
She's got your house bugged. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
was hoping I was.
She's
I
got
was
you bugged like
enjoying it.
Alexa.
I have what, Anthony?
I said you got him bugged like Alexa.
No, I do not.
I know, I'm messing.
I'm just I'm concerned about people. That's all.
When you're Pennywise.
I know the situation, and so I wanted to know how it was going. I'm nosy.
Nice.
The only difference between me and many other people in this world is at least I admit that I'm nosy.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to hear that, Tommy.
Yeah. I think you'll be all right.
Nate, I hate that you can't ship stuff with oversized stuff. That's like a buzzkill to me because they got me wanting to. They want me to ship to like 4 different locations. And I've only got like 27 items.
See, you just need to have the Wizard of Oz tell you how to do it right.
You can request that they all go to one location, Anthony.
You
Well,
can,
Nate said I can only switch 5 around.
no. I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah, because they're driving me crazy, dude. Like, irritates the heck out of me trying to have me send stuff all over Tarnation.
Yeah, that's the only downside to buying a couple or not doing a lot of oversized where you're only sending a couple. The one thing that is nice about oversized is the fees are a lot cheaper.
Well, the nice thing is the oversized, like, they're all going to one location. It's the smaller things they want me to send, like, all around.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the oversized.
No.
Yeah, because you can only change up to either 5% or 6 items.
Don?
Whatever would be greater.
Yeah, everybody here pretty much is blue, because pretty much anybody that like hangs around long enough, I just end up giving a wrench. That way, in case like a troll comes in, like they instantly get smashed. That's right, Jamie. Ain't no party like a blue wrench party. Anybody that wants to come in, feel free.
The water's fine.
Yep, the water is fine. It's a little bit warm. I think Nate peed in it.
I'm getting out.
Thanks, Melissa. Melissa shared out your
Yes, that was a good video. She
video.
was natural in front of the camera.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you, bud.
Yes, the first time I saw the footage was yesterday, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, wow, this is like
What's up, man?
really good.
Andy, are you going to tell him what you did?
Hey, Tanya.
I got it right now. So, hey, Anthony, would your wife be interested in this? It's a snow globe with a Disney thing on it.
Probably.
100th anniversary.
So, the thing behind it is, can you see it?
Yeah, I just made you big.
All right.
100.
The story behind this is I was going to smash it on Landshark Pickers live earlier,
Uh-huh.
and we did a vote to either smash it or send it to your wife, and your wife got the vote.
Nice.
Yeah, but
So,
who's the one that gave you crap about it?
you did.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you want to private chat me your PO box or whatever, I'll mail it to you if she wants it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
She got the vote over. She got the vote over the. Now the TV wasn't so lucky.
Yeah, now this dorkapus,
Dorkapus.
he smashed a TV in our working hangout earlier with Greg with a hammer. Smashed the TV all to bits. It was quite entertaining.
I'm typing it in the private chat right now.
Yeah, send it to, and I'll mail it to you. Yeah, they voted to give it to her instead of smashing it.
Yes.
Well, thank you to everybody who voted for that, because she will definitely love that. She collects Disney snow globes. She has a whole little the dual thing of them.
Well,
And
plus
you're
it was a 100th anniversary.
Yeah, she'll love that.
I think we need one first down here, Anthony. It's over.
Yep.
And we lost a half yard.
I feel like I'm on a delay.
Are you?
Mhm.
I watched the replay of that, Kelly, and you were loving it. You were loving
What?
the TV. You were loving that TV smash, and I watched the replay.
I was loving it once you started doing it. I was loving it. I was into it.
Was it like bum 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 bum? She's loving it.
Yeah. My favorite part is when you went boom with the hammer and the claws got stuck in the TV.
Or when I came back with the hedge clippers.
Yeah.
To Castro, a false start. It's like, let's give the Rams one more shot at, scoring a touchdown. That's a great idea.
I'm surprised by how bad their offense played.
I mean, our defense is, part of it's their offensive line from what they're saying. This is like the fourth different lineup of offensive linemen because of injury bug and stuff for them. And then you mix that with our pass rush and our defense being as good as it is. I mean, if you don't have time to throw the ball, you ain't gonna, score.
Yeah.
We gave them 7 points. So really, they only scored 5 points. It's snowing in Wisconsin.
Let me tell you how I rate in this house. Now, there's only two of us that live here, two humans that live here. Okay. He comes in, says hi, Dolphins won, changes clothes, and he's watching sports again. So now you know why I'm constantly in here.
I hear you there.
I'm constantly in here. But I got a lot done during Craig's working the Hangout.
Me too.
So I got a lot done the 2 hours I'm here too.
What time? What time was this hangout?
It was when we were originally supposed to be.
I was at work. No,
I fumbled and he picked up the ball and ran with it.
Yeah.
There was about an hour
Speaking of
that I
fumble.
was not very productive.
John says latest morning show ever.
Pittsburgh's ball,
Nice.
I think. They punted it, and I think it grazed the player. Everyone's pointing like this, like me. So I'm gonna keep pointing.
I've got like a heavy delay, I think.
On your phone, yeah. If you're on mobile, well,
yeah,
because you're watching it off of basically like a restream.
Yeah.
It's almost like how StreamYard is with YouTube, basically.
Yeah.
So should I
Brad?
keep it suspenseful if it's a fumble or not?
Maggie Doodle. Oh, I don't care, man. You can go ahead and ruin it for me.
Hi, Maggie Doodle. Anamora.
If you break something, we'll know what happened, man.
If you see me just jump off of camera or you just hear noises of smashing. No, I don't even think I'd get that upset this year. This year, we kind of talked about off air, like with the Steelers. Like, it's almost like I kind of wrote it off, but I still cheer as hard as I do.
Yeah.
Because it just, it's in the DNA.
Yeah. Yeah, Melissa, the Hangouts helped me a lot. Just because it sucks sitting in this basement listing stuff or packing Amazon orders or whatever. Like right now, I'm trying to get an Amazon order together. Amazon orders just frustrate the heck out of me, though, because they won't always send my stuff to 20 different places and all that junk.
I wonder if it's because you're doing smaller orders. Because, like, for example, I just sent out another 300 items.
Mhm.
Well, almost 300 items. 257 went to the same place, and 2 boxes of 17 went to somewhere else.
Well, see, that's my thing, though, dude. Like, if you have smaller items that can fit in one box, you should just send it to one place. I
Well,
feel like that's Amazon just, like, jerking me around.
nah, most of it is because of the holiday season, like, and basically it's trying to, like, fast forward the process of, instead of having them, like, truck your stuff to this location and some of it to this location because you're sending in higher quantities of stuff, or
Mhm.
maybe they have a bunch already, in one area and they're mostly selling this area. They're basically trying to, spread the love, basically.
That's fine with me as long as they pay the shipping. Okay, cool. Steelers won. Now I can stop streaming this awfully delayed game.
Wait, it's over?
Yeah, I just got a notification.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I wasn't all the way live.
Huh?
I wasn't live. I'm fast forwarding now. Wow. I didn't expect that. I don't know how that happened. Maybe when my son took the remote.
That makes sense, Kelly. She said it so the items will be available around the nation, not just in one location.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
that's
Same
true.
person that, like, literally wouldn't get off the phone?
Yeah, like with me, like 90% of my stuff will go to one spot unless I'm sending, like, I'll send what they recommend is basically what I go off of most of the time, unless it's like right now for the most part, like for Christmas, where you're only getting so many shipments in before Christmas. So, it just, I send a little bit extra, but for the most part, all my stuff usually goes to one warehouse. The only time I've really seen this little bit of a breakup of shipments is, because of Christmas and just because where we ship, Anthony, it's a transfer warehouse. Like none of that stuff actually goes and stays there. It just it goes there, and the next it says it's on back order, which I wish they would change the wording of that, because back order makes me, not knowing anything about Amazon, or the average consumer, I should say, not knowing anything about Amazon, think like, well, how long is this back order going to be? Is it going to be like 6 months? I mean, it tells you, but you know what I mean? It just makes it seem like there's a chance it might not come in or something.
Yeah, for sure.
They should just say, like, it's here, it's in transit, or, something else. Or like, we have the product, it's just not available at this time. I mean, I guess that's what it means, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just the wording of, back order just makes it like basically it's still at my house. It's not at Amazon yet.
That looks like this was factory folded. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I can't do none of that. My stuff just looks crammed in poly bags. It's another reason I don't like messing around with clothes.
I don't have a choice. It's time to pay attention to my clothes.
The only clothes that are we talking about Amazon or eBay?
I guess either.
My Amazon stuff, I usually get, most of it's online arbitrage, so it already comes polybagged, which is awesome.
Nice.
And then, oh,
there you go, Nate.
No, that wasn't me.
That was me. That was me.
All
I
right.
just figured with that reaction, it was you.
No, I heard. I was excited for somebody. It makes me want to log in my eBay now.
What'd you sell?
That was a auction I had going off on some Legos at 7.
Cool.
It was £5 for $12.50 plus shipping.
Nice. I ended up getting screwed royally on a auction that I did. I had a whole bunch of like cufflinks. Some of them were silver, some of them were gold. Put them up to auction, and they sold for a whopping $2.25.
That's why I'm super nervous about doing any auctions unless it's like, oh my god, like this is gonna go for thousands.
I was telling Kelly earlier on Legos, if I buy like a big just box of miscellaneous, I'll pick out the kind of, I guess, figures that are not the normal figures and the figurines out.
Yeah.
And then I just auction the bulk by 5-pound lots, and I sold them at 99 cents.
Okay.
And I run them, and just, I used to get $20+ for them, but for some reason I'm getting 10 to 15 now.
Lynn was asking if you sold that tap out shirt, Kelly.
No, I have not sold that tap out shirt. I just listed it. Who was asking?
Lynn Perlini.
Oh, hey, Lynn. It's a size. I don't know.
Hey, when y'all run auctions, do you do a scheduled auctions for a certain time, or you just, whenever you list it, you just run it?
It's a size large, Lynn.
I do scheduled, or I'll wait till a certain day. Like,
yeah,
I either have them in on a Friday or during the weekend.
I always have them in at Sunday at 7 my time every time. I have them in right then. So
yeah.
That's when you're supposed to have the most traffic on eBay, is Sunday night.
Right.
Yeah. I typically will save auctions for that time.
That's what I do with my auctions. I end them at 7 o'clock on Sunday.
Yep. I don't run a whole lot of auctions, but
My wife's been working a lot of Sunday evenings, so I've been doing more auctions lately because of that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I do is I run 99-cent auctions, and I know it's things that probably aren't going to sell.
yeah.
I think I might start doing my books at auction.
But the reason I do it is I feel it's kind of it's baity. People see a 99-cent auction, they're going to check it out, and then they're going to be like, "Well, what else do you got?" I notice if I go, a week or two and it's kind of slow, I throw like 7 just junk things at auction for 99 cents. My sales will pick up that week instantly.
I run every single auction I do starting at 99 cents. But
Yep.
I'm really choosy about, I'm not going to run anything that I don't think is going to bring good money on an auction. So,
I just run miscellaneous crap. Usually it's stuff that didn't sell.
Bluegrass picker.
Like I say, I'm not using it to try to get money out of the actual item itself. It's just to pull people to my to look around.
yeah.
I'm going to be clicking off the screen in case anybody in the chat says something to me. Just give me a sec here to print something.
Can't remember the other question I wanted to ask. No, it's buggy one.
The link is in the chat if anybody else wants to join. Feel free to click in, and I'll add you as soon as I'm done printing this thing off.
I wonder if Alex is still driving.
I don't know.
I love my fat man.
I don't know where these print.
He's such a sweet.
He is a good dude. I like him a lot. I feel like I never have enough of these labels, and it prints off more than I need on other ones.
That's what mine was doing, but it was like really excessive. And then I got the ones that Tommy told me to get with the notches,
Mhm.
and I think I broke part of my Dymo.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
nice.
'cause I had a piece of label stuck in it, so it wasn't like
Hey, Glenn.
pulling it in.
Hey guys,
So I tried to like take it apart
Hello.
to get the
Are you
label
home
out.
now?
I'm at home. If you see this behind me, I'm at home.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I left work about 4:30.
I don't know why.
Got your thrift mine shirt behind you.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to pull that up. Where's it at? Oh, cool. Yeah, I wanted to get one of those, but they didn't have any Fat Man friendly enough.
Yeah, we were very
I guess they wouldn't have any fat gal friendly either.
we're very limited on apparel of the YouTube community.
Yep.
Well, we need the bargain effect to get Fat Man friendly.
Yeah, I think I got a lead on some Batman friendly stuff.
I got a whole bunch of Fat Man friendly shirts, but I just have to put my logo on them.
I don't know why this isn't working.
So Nate, what do you think happened with it? You think it was the label's fault?
What do you mean on the ones that you told me to buy, or the other ones?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with your labels yet. Like I was trying to feed it in, and I had an old one from the other ones. Like part of the label actually stuck on the Dymo, so it was covering the sensor. So I went to try and like open it up and get the sticker out, which I forgot how to do it like the normal way, and I tried to do it like the beastly
Caveman way.
Yeah. So I heard snap, and I broke like the little slider piece that adjusts for the size of the label. I broke that off. Luckily, I was twin turbo, and then the other side, I was late for work already, so I was like, I'm gonna leave it go. So I haven't touched it yet, which
You should be all right without that guide though, because I broke mine off. And I don't have any problems.
it was the only piece that broke off was the piece that actually like I can like grip, but I could still slide it over or whatever.
Oh, you should be all right.
Yeah. So it's a twin turbo, so the other side should be fine, hopefully.
Yeah, because the labels I've been buying from the same place now for like 2 years, and I haven't experienced any problems. I think you'll be happy with those labels.
Yeah, I'm about to go back to the reseller cave since the game's over and check that out. So let me turn my cam off. Which modes? Turn the lounge mode off. Go to reseller mode. All right, I'll be back.
What kind of printer did you say it was? A Dymo?
Yeah,
You're welcome, Veronica.
I
Absolutely.
run the Zebra. I've always ran the Zebra printers.
Well, I run a Zebra from my UPS. You know, 'cause I ran them from UPS. I had like 2 or 3 at one time.
Yeah.
That's 2 of them. But I actually down and using one of theirs. I found one at a garage sale.
Mm-hmm.
I felt guilty. I didn't want to run their labels. You know, system on like post office and all that. Being I actually rented from them, so I hooked up my personal one.
Yeah.
And it works perfect. You know, and I paid $10 for it plus 4 rolls of labels. You know.
I bought mine from a guy. Let me see on eBay. Let me see if I can find him.
Fall off my chair. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because I print mine out for like private ship and all, we have to cut the bottom off because it prints UPS at the bottom of the label.
Cleveland Picker, what's up, my man? Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. Like, I've had a rough year in fantasy.
I bought my printer from a guy on eBay called Refurb-World-LLC, and he's excellent. Like I would highly recommend buying from him.
Mm-hmm.
You still got what to go tonight?
What was that?
Cleveland Picker said he's projected to beat me in fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
I think he still has Delvin Cook to go tonight. I've had a rough year for fantasy football. And for regular football too, with my Steelers.
Well, Andy, what were you trying to sell on auction?
It was some Legos. I sold them for $12.50, I think.
Sometimes you probably better off asking something high kind of. I know there's a lot of something out there unless you got one of a kind. I know eBay, but I found I had one kind of item. I just actually started out around $2,000 for it.
Yeah.
And they talked me down. Then I dropped it to around 1,900 because it's kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
And somebody offered me like 1,500 for it, and I shot back with 1,750. And they bought it, you know.
What was it?
Gun box. Empty for
Gun box.
Yeah, empty pistol box.
Huh. I've always just, when I get a whole bunch of Legos out of a storage unit or something, I've always just taken the kind of the non-standard pieces and the figurines out
Yeah,
and sold them separately, and then just auction off the main pieces.
Yeah, yeah. It's all like a little box.
I did Blue Rhino.
Yes.
Yeah.
I sure did. I finished watching it on my phone because I wanted to make sure that I had to give you a wrenches for being a Steeler fan. I don't know what's wrong with me here. There you go, Blue Rhino. You got a wrench now. Cleveland Picker, you get one too, just because you live where my Cavaliers do.
How many people are watching this? I'm just curious.
I think 31.
Okay.
Million.
1 million.
Only one chick in the world could handle these hanyaks.
Okay, that's the first time I mentioned that. Whatever, about what I sold that item for.
Look at Nate. You weirdo.
I gotta be a weirdo.
Dude, Nate, you gotta bring Amber on one of these days, man.
Well, it would have to be during a later show.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or even maybe like around this time. There's no way that I could let the Freddy Kruegers run around by themselves.
Touche.
We would never be able to talk.
It was Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers earlier.
Oh yeah.
Maggie Doodle.
Yeah, I was in the living room, so they're like inches from my computer screen. So I apologize if anybody lost any hearing or it disturbed anybody.
Yeah, I never did see that movie where they were working together.
It's really been.
I think I got the info wrong on this stuff.
I was going to fight. It's making the noise that it wants to pull the label, but it doesn't pull the label.
I gotta be honest, I still like eBay better.
You haven't had the inventory in or been doing it long enough to love it yet. You know what I mean?
It just frustrates me with all the steps I gotta do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but think about it. All those items that you're going to be selling here in the next month or two or whatever, you don't have
the money
to
hasn't started
anymore.
rolling in for you yet.
I'd rather throw a little poly bag on it and ship it, and then I don't have to deal with customer service. I don't have to deal with packing. The only thing I got to worry about is my prices, which I have a replacement for, and I just worry about the check day. And look at that money total get built up. That's all I ever have to worry about.
Well,
the only other time I'd have to worry is if Amazon send me a random email of some sorts, which hasn't happened. Knock on wood.
if I miss anybody, feel free to just tag me if I miss any questions, because I get a little bit flustered when I'm trying to do Amazon.
Oh,
Hi, Dab Kitty.
if you think you're frustrated now, you should have seen me when I did it with watching Amazon videos of other people for the first like 5 shipments.
Hi, let's see.
Can I go back and edit all my numbers and stuff, Nate?
What's that?
Can I go back and change the numbers and everything?
Your prices or?
No, just like the units that I'm sending. So I miscounted 2 of them.
Whenever I'll show you after the show because you have to. We'll do a screen share and
All right.
I'll show you. It will yell at you in a non-worryful manner. Basically, it will be like, "Hey, you short us 2 items," and you have to hit investigate, which they'll go back and like double check on video how many items actually were scanned during that time because they do footage and then someone looks through it.
So I can't just.
They just take it for what it is. Yeah, like
So
if
I
you
can't just go.
say you're supposed to send 10. No. Once the shipment's sent off and done, it's over with.
Well, I didn't
You have no
actually
power.
okay the thing. I just printed out the little label.
Oh yeah, you can switch stuff off or move it around or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm back to like where it says prepare products. I just click back.
Well, if you wanna take something off of that list,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
you have to hit modify and thing. It should be at the top left or right.
I don't know where. Quantity. There's one more item I wanted to add in that I couldn't find before.
Hi, Cleveland Picker.
Yeah, if you wanted to add in that was weird. If you want to add in an item, like a new item that you don't have in at all, you just have to go back, and then it should bring you to the beginning. It should.
Well, I just went back to where it says. I clicked the far left tab that says set quantity. It says set quantity, prepare products, label products, view shipments, prepare shipment, summary. So I just clicked all the way back to set quantity, but it doesn't give me like the option to add any other items or.
Yeah, you have to go back to like basically the beginning where it gives
start
you
over.
I mean, you can. You just have you can not. You don't have to ship that order, and like you can redo it, but you'd have to redo it.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing all that. I'll just wait for the other stuff then. But as far as like changing the units, you know what I mean?
Hey, put the label. Cool. Hey, stop. What are you doing? All right, good. To change the units, you go to that modified tab once you have everything move around to whatever warehouse.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
So I just need to keep it and continue then.
Right. It's one of the last steps.
That'll make it easier then. Back the labels for it. Okay. And I can't add anything else to that then?
I'm
If I
sorry.
don't have numbers of it in there? Like I can't add another item into that shipment?
No, you can't. You can't add any more different items. You can change the quantity, but you can't change that. Yeah.
And we'll start that iterate.
Man. You just gotta get you should if you think it's hard now, you should try doing what I do with 300 items.
The thing is, I'm not organized enough for this. You know what I mean? Like this is all logistical.
I mean, honestly, like
Can I Alicia?
Like you'll go grab, you go sourcing or whatever, and whatever you brought back from the store or whatever, Yeah, those items are all going out. You know what I mean? I feel like with me, I'm pulling items I have on the shelf and stuff that I might have bought a week ago because I wait to do the bigger shipments. You save money that way.
Yeah, Cleveland Clipper, I got mine on DVR.
What is that noise?
Buy me a box.
Sounds like a printer.
So what do I know? I think.
Hey, I'll be right back. I got to reboot. My computer is janking out.
All
I
right.
know what you mean, Nicole. I'm like finally starting to get semi eBay organized. But like Amazon, it's like all the organization needs to be done up front. eBay, I can just organize it whenever you're listing it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I literally have to like cling to this and then like climb over stuff and pretty much pole dance to get to the other side of my basement.
Well, we know this now.
See if I can print a label. We'll do a real test for the demo. Don't film me now, Tommy. Don't film me now.
Hi, couple of pairs.
Yeah, I can't believe the Steelers won.
Yeah, so I think it was 17-12.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe we shut down the Rams like that.
A lot of the worse teams won today. The people who beat the Saints should have lost. I think the Browns and another team won.
Yeah, the Browns beat
Team won
Buffalo.
today that shouldn't have won.
Saints lost to the Atlanta, which Atlanta's been doing
We
terrible all
should
year.
have blown them out. You know? They blew us out.
Yeah, you guys. The Saints lost by almost 20, I think. Yeah, the Chiefs have like a big problem. They have a great offense, but their defense is.
Kelly, you're being asked if you sell on several platforms.
Well, honey, I'm sorry, what?
Simple Fit Life is asking if you sell on several platforms and do you cross stuff yourself if you do.
I do not currently sell on any other platform other than eBay. I'm sorry I wasn't watching the chat, honey. I am planning on starting to cross-post to Mercari, though, specifically with my jewelry. So that's coming up in the next week or two.
I sell on all the 4 major platforms. I keep Amazon stuff to itself, and then I cross-post my eBay inventory to Mercari and Poshmark. I do that myself. How about you, Simple Fit Life?
Somebody has a mic.
Hey, Lucas is asking if you can mute your screen for a second to see if you're the background noise bandit.
Me?
No, me. Went away
I
now.
don't hear nothing. Tape gun.
Hold on, Amber, 1 second.
Oh, Tommy or Destiny's in the green room. What up, S?
What up?
I heard people wanted to see our new couch.
Heck yeah, I
Maybe
want
that's
to sit on your new couch.
All right, here we go. Let me flip this around. Yeah, we have 2 pieces that are on the porch because it doesn't all fit in our house.
That's one of the huge super size ones.
Here, let me make you
the
big.
cat
so everybody can see it.
Yeah, the cat already made herself comfortable.
I guess he called dibs on the end. That's a big
Yeah,
cat.
and it's a recliner, and then a corner piece, and then another piece, and then we have 2 pieces. We have 2 pieces out on the porch.
Cool.
So,
Are you gonna leave them out on the porch?
we have to because they don't fit in the house.
Now,
But that's our new couch.
so did you buy that, or you found it somewhere, or what?
No, my mom and dad gave it to us. So, super. Oh yeah, it's an enclosed 3-season porch.
Oh, okay.
But I'll see if I can get out
So
there.
it's protected.
Oh yeah, here, I'll show you. There's the other piece. It's
there
pretty
you go.
enclosed. So yeah, it's a good enclosed porch. It's just cold during the winter. But yeah, you got me stuck on large now. Just say it. Hello, everybody.
Destiny said it. She's feeling awkward.
Oh, my bad.
Very awkward. I'm a wreck today. Been working. There we go.
My bad. I was trying to get this stuff too.
Yeah, Tommy's like,
I muted myself and the sound's not coming from my way.
Yeah, it definitely ain't me because I don't have anything that would make noise.
I was muted for a minute. It didn't go away.
Andy, mute yourself for a minute.
It shouldn't be me, but I'll mute. Hang on.
Yes.
Went away.
Sure did.
It's some type of feedback or something going on.
I don't know what that is. There's nothing running. Did it come back?
You got ghosts, Andy.
Yeah, you're good now, I think. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, there's.
I don't hear it either.
That's pretty weird.
Huh.
So Nate, you had a good supper today, huh, Nate?
Oh yeah, I had some steak, some taters, and I had some corn.
Yeah, what kind of potatoes?
Oh, I'm sorry, they were ranch potatoes, like sauteed potatoes.
Scallop potatoes.
Yeah. Oh, sort of. Yeah.
But I'm gonna jump in, so Mr. Tommy 2.0, I can jump back in, or I'm gonna jump out, and Tommy 2.0 is gonna jump in, and I gotta get dinner started. So, thank you. I'm glad everybody likes the couch. I love it. I can't wait to sit in it and relax tonight.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Bye.
Much love. I can't quite do the heart, but much love. Bye.
I had it almost good. That's not bad.
Nate, does it matter that
Hey,
I'm like
there you go.
really, like cramming stuff in here?
As long as you think it's not going to damage, you can do it however you want.
Bye, everybody.
See you later.
Bye, Des.
See ya.
I mean, I would show you, but it'd probably give away that product that we've been both buying.
Yeah.
No, go ahead and show us. We won't watch.
You know, Anthony, you're not going to damage that product, so.
Hey, don't send it to me. I'll damage it.
Huh?
I said, you know what it is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I said don't send it to me. I'll damage it.
Yeah, touche.
I tell you what,
So I'm gonna go get some beer at the mountain. I'll be back.
when I got my beard trimmed up or whatever, shaped up, I bought this beard stuff that I got talked into buying. It makes my beard feel so amazing. That's why I keep rubbing it. It's so soft. It's just like lion tamer stuff.
Yeah, Virginians are definitely welcome, man. Absolutely, everybody is welcome.
It's a great name for a beard thing for me, because I got lines mane on my face. I might as well do an eBay shipment, I guess.
I've never sold a single thing on Amazon.
Really?
I just do strictly eBay.
Cleveland Picker wants to know of everyone on the panel and in chat, what's your number one selling platform? Which Amazon kind of just answered with his being eBay. Mine's eBay too.
eBay.
Amma to the zone. By far. I think my eBay totals for last 60 days was 1,500 or 1,600. It's not much at all.
Yeah. Last week would have been Poshmark probably. I did okay on that.
My thing with Amazon is I don't like the idea of shipping something to a warehouse and people touching it and I don't know who they are.
Well, I think that's I can understand your worrying about that, but as soon as the item goes in the box and say that item gets damaged or whatever in their possession, then they pay you for the item.
Okay.
They're on the hook for it. Now, as long as it can't be deemed defective, which, if it's a radio and it just happens not to work, or, I don't get, I sell probably 400 items a month on average, probably just a quick guesstimation, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And my returns are like 2%.
So how hard is it to get them to claim responsibility if it's their fault? Do you have to go through a bunch of rigmarole, or do they refund you pretty quick?
They just, the refund process is like when they pay you is a little longer. It's like the whole process of time that goes by or whatever is a little longer. Like it's up to 45 days that they pay you. But a lot of times they'll message me saying, or I'm sorry, they won't message me, but an item would show up it'll be in unfulfillable items, where that's like returns and warehouse damage stuff. And if it says warehouse damage, then I don't do anything. That item just sits until I get paid, and then it takes about up to 45 days, but a lot of times I get paid in 30. But it's no questions asked. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of times they'll just automatically, they automatically put that in. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to do any phone calls or anything like that.
Did anybody answer the Cleveland Pickers question?
Was it about the platforms?
Yep.
Yeah, we all basically said eBay except for Nate said Amazon.
Well, I would say jewelry auction. I make more on my jewelry auctions every week than I do eBay.
Simple Fit Life is asking how many items we list per day. My answer would be not enough, but it just honestly depends on how I feel, because I'm like partially disabled. So any given day, like minimum I'll list is probably 3. Not saying there aren't days I put up a goose egg, but I mean, sometimes there's days I'll throw up at, around 50. It just all depends on what I'm listing and how I'm feeling, to be honest with you.
So,
like I've got 7 listed today.
I've listed probably 20 or 30 today, maybe. But I typically, because I still have a full-time job also, so I typically just list every other afternoon during the week, and then I either list on Saturdays or Sunday on the weekend.
See, with you having a full-time job, you would love Amazon. I love Amazon. Just for a simple fact, like I work 50 hours a week. I mean, if I did anything in reselling on a huge scale that I actually had to ship and do customer service and all that type of stuff on 400 plus items a month. And like I said, that's on average. It can be way higher. It's all what you put into it too. So like Anthony right now, he's not going to sell 400 items right off the bat because he just doesn't have enough product. And
he's probably gated too, right?
Oh, me and him are still gated the same. I haven't had anything that like he was sourcing or maybe asking a question about or whatever, and I would be able to sell versus he would. You know what I mean? I'm still relatively new in the Amazon game. I started in January, and I think that some of it has to do with just clicking the approve at the right time under certain categories and products, because they only I think they only let so many people at a time, be able to sell these items or certain items. Because, I've seen some people that, started after me, and we do, around the same amount roughly in gross sales. And, they're in topicals and stuff like that. Like, I don't have any wholesale deals or any suppliers yet, which that might be another reason why I have none. Like, maybe once I get one, then maybe they will be like, okay, well, this guy's a little more legitimate, maybe, or I don't know, you know what I mean? So Amazon's that's the only thing I could say bad about Amazon. There's no bar that you have to reach to be able to keep climbing rings up the ladder type situation. But basically, if you see one category open up, you know what I mean, like that you usually get denied, and chances are you might have some more that are start to open up. So
John's backstage, Anthony.
All right.
I listed some stuff on the merchant for field. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
But I never sold anything. I took it all off.
Yeah, like with merchant for field, you basically have to sell it at a lower price than the buy box.
Hey, John.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, John. Everyone loves.
We got two people backstage.
Well, guys, I'm gonna drop off that way somebody else can get in for a while.
Okay.
Okay, see you, man.
Hang on a little bit there, Glenn.
Okay, man. I'll keep watching.
Thanks.
See you, Glenn.
All right,
Bye,
buddy.
Glenn.
Tommy, how long were you back there, man?
Huh?
How long were you back there?
I don't know, a few minutes.
Uh,
I was working, so I didn't care.
What are you working on, John?
All right, quick question. I've been busy cleaning out this house for a friend, selling it on Facebook Marketplace, and I sold a whole bedroom suit for $250. 2 dressers, a high dresser, low dresser, a mirror, two side tables, and a double bed. Have you guys ever had anybody buy something off of you on Marketplace? Well, first of all, come look at it, get you down from $250 to $225, haul it home, and then 2 days later said the bed's too small and wants to return it.
I have had a Facebook return like that before, but it was on a one of them Coca-Cola refrigerators.
Yeah, I don't deal with enough people on Facebook, but I've never had a return like that.
That's part of the hustle. I mean, I had over a $600 week last week just selling out of this house. But it's kind of like...
It's not going to be in the same condition as it was when they bought it, because I guarantee you they've scuffed it out.
Well, here's the deal. I sold in the other bedroom suit. I sold the... And am I yelling at you guys? I think I'm yelling.
But that's how you talk. It's okay.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
The other bedroom suit, the other room, I sold the high dresser for $100 and the short dresser for $100. So I had $200 out of that bedroom, broke that set up. So I know he's going to want a refund, but I don't think he does. I mean, it was a great deal at $250, no matter what.
Tell him he's SOL.
And I still have his dresser, his high dresser. I still have. He's got the drawers. I've got the dresser. So anyway, I'll figure it out. I was just wondering.
I would just say no refund.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
basically told her, I sent her a message back because I was traveling. I went to my sister's today for like a family get together. And I just told him, hey, I'll have to talk to my friend that I've been helping sell this stuff for, and I'll call him back tomorrow and let you know what we can do. So,
Yeah, I mean, you're not like obligated to give them a refund or anything.
hey,
No,
I sold
Walmart
some more of my band uniforms.
I'll make you large.
Aren't those sharp?
That's cool.
Just in time for the holidays. And I got the pants too. So I got a couple buyers that are asking me for measurements. So Brady and I pulled the measurements on. So I guess you guys know this. I measured pit to pit. What do you call the inseam on the pit to wrist? You just call that pit to wrist right here?
I'm not sure.
underarm to cuff.
Okay, that's very nice. That's a better description. And then what do you call from, I guess, the hem of the shirt right here up to the edge of the collar?
Hang on, I'm looking. What?
Don't look at my hiney, but like from the edge of the bottom edge of the jacket up to the collar. What is that called?
Well, you wouldn't do collar. You would do shoulder to hem.
So that would shoulder. So the top of the
You wouldn't
shoulder
do the collar. You would measure the middle of the shoulder
right here.
down to the hem, which would be the bottom of the jacket.
Okay, I didn't measure that.
Bottom of the jacket would be the hem.
So I'll call it shoulder. So I got to do those over again to hem.
Dang it.
Right. So on pants, I flat laid them, and I just, let's say these are buttoned up. I just measured from here to here, and then I doubled the size. So if this was a 16, I'd call it a 32.
Right.
And then I did.
I just leave mine 16. I just put that my measurements are done flat.
Oh, so okay. And then the inseam I did from the crotch down to the bottom, and then the inseam I did from the top edge of the pant down to the bottom.
Yep.
All right, that should be enough. I'm maybe sell about 2 or 3 more of those, and the rest I'm going to donate. All right, I didn't mean to take over the chat. Sorry, guys.
No, that's what this is for.
Yeah, we're just working, man.
That's exactly what this is for, John. No problem, honey.
So I took my cookie cutters down to my sister, and they grabbed a couple, and then I've decided I listed my Martha for sale or Martha by mail cookie cutters. That you guys know about Martha by mail?
No.
Martha Stewart back in the 80s had a mail order for all kitchen gadgets and all that, and one of the things she had were the copper cookie cutters.
A lot of people were telling you to check out Sizely, John. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Okay. And that's for clothes?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Lucas even dropped a link for it for you.
So these are copper, so I've decided the ones that are not Martha by mail, I'm going to put in my Christmas show, and I'm going to do $8 a piece or 4 for $20. And I'll recover my cost of goods with just one sale of 4. And I got about 30 of these.
Nate, I had to end up paying for this AZ label thing now.
What's that?
I had to end up paying for this AZ labels thing.
How much?
$5 a month.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna do that too as soon as I make sure this works.
So hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
Your special hardware supplies. Do you have a Walgreens near you?
Kind of.
All right, because I think they're getting out of that business. So you can
really?
get all that stuff on discount.
I'll have to check that out.
All right.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. Nate too, right?
What's that?
Does Nate also need that hardware?
I don't know.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Go heat this up.
All right, you stay and talk. Let me see what's going on. 2 minutes.
So what's the deal with the house? You're just selling all the guy's stuff?
All right. So what happened was I had one of my buddies. I used to be in a men's group at church. He knew that I was like a dumpster diver scrapper, and he called me or he texted me and said, "Hey, you know anybody that collects records?" And what I've learned now, even if you don't collect it or really are interested in it, you're interested in it because you're trying to help them out, and it might lead to something else.
Yep.
And I said, "Well, how old are the records?" And I'll check with my buddy. So he said, "Oh, they're pretty old." So I said, "Okay, can I come over tonight? Because you got to do it sooner than later. Nobody wants to wait. When they've made up their mind they want to get rid of something, you need to hop on it. Because if you don't get it, somebody else is going to get it."
Mm-hmm.
I go over to Sean. I meet Sean at the house, and it's his wife's dad has passed away. He was 92 years old, and he said, "Hey, look, you can have his records, and you can have anything in the house. We're going to haul it all to the dump." And I said, "Well, if you can give me like 2 weeks," I said, "I can probably get rid of most of this stuff for you." And she said, "Whatever you make on it, it's all yours. You can have it." So
That's awesome.
I've been on that, dealing with, like, I set up an appointment on Saturday, and one thing I've learned, like when I do these bulk sales, you don't set up one appointment. I set up 4 people to come at the same time, kind of different items, but I still play them off each other. And only 2 showed up. But that's how the numbers work on Marketplace,
Yeah.
The lady that I was supposed to meet that set the original 10:30 time, I was driving over there, and she canceled on me on the way over, and she's the one that made everybody else jump to 10:30 Saturday morning. So
You know what kills me on Facebook Marketplace? Somebody will send you a message saying, "Is this available?" You say yes, and then crickets.
well, when you're looking, the button is kind of at the bottom, and for some reason I think it's super sensitive. It like picks up heat wave or something, because I sometimes will be looking at stuff and I'll zip a message will come back. They'll say, "Yes, it's available." And I didn't even click it.
Maybe that's it.
So you just got to be, it just gives you an opportunity to, see maybe they're interested in all. That's another thing about this bedroom suit the guy wants to return. But once he pays for it, I pretty much delete all the contacts that were interested in that bedroom suit because I don't have another one to sell. So I kind of lost all those people that were kind of interested in it that I could maybe have promoted. Hey, I just still got the bed left,
Hey, John, Picker wants to know, how long have you been reselling? He hasn't seen you record.
I've always kind of dabbled in it, but full-time, and I'm not full-time. I'm like a part-time, full-time guy because I still do a little bit of handyman. eBay, this will be my 3rd Christmas, my 3rd, 4th quarter. And this one I'm going really laid back. I'm still a newbie, man. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm liking Marketplace right now, really. I mean, a $600 week for less than 5 hours, 6 hours of work.
Yeah,
Hi, Kendall.
Are you taking that bedroom suit back?
I am. What I'm going to do is say, hey, listen, he overpaid me $20. That was another thing. He showed up to the deal with only $100, and he had his wife bring some more money. And then he realized I was counting my money at the end of the day, and I had an extra $20. I couldn't figure it out. And then he texted me later on that day and said, "Hey, I think we overpaid you $20. So I think what I'm going to do is say, look, I'm going to give you $25 back. You bring the bedroom suit back because I sold those same exact. This is a Thomasville set. Those dresses are worth $100 a piece at least. And just call it a day. I think I can resell the bed for $50 probably.
I've never had I've never taken anything back on Marketplace, but I've never had like a really, really big issue.
Right.
Either.
Hey, Nate.
Yo.
You see this big box I have?
Yeah.
You know what's in it? Is $69.99 a good price for me to start these at?
That's basically what I want to put mine at.
Okay.
All right, so you want to hear a tearjerker?
Yeah.
All right, so we listed one of the things in this house was a nice oak. It was oak. It wasn't oak tone. It was oak Thomasville bedside table. 3-drawer, nice finish on the top, routed edges. I listed in probably about 6 to 8 people were interested in it. And the lady that I decided to get it, I said, hey, I'll sell it to you for $45 if you can pick it up today. She said, I'd love it, but she said, my husband has brain cancer and I can't have any, I need to find somebody to watch my husband and I just can't do it on short notice. So I'm like, man, it was like a tearjerker for me. I actually cried. I was sitting in Wawa when I got that message drinking coffee and I said, whatever issues I have are nothing compared to this lady.
Yeah, for sure.
So I said to her, I texted her back, I said, sometimes you hear these pity party excuses or this or that, or I said to her, I want to give you, I said, I not only want to give you this piece of furniture, but I said, I want to deliver it to your house.
That's awesome, man.
No strings attached. Now, I didn't realize that she lived like 40 minutes away from my house at the time.
Yeah.
She goes, oh no, you've got to make your money. She said, I'm a retired military of 22 and a half years service, and my husband is retired military of 20 years service. And she said, I'd like to pay you. So anyway, so I was trying to figure out how to get it to her. So I'm coming back from my sister's house today from Yorktown, which is about an hour and 10 minutes away. Hopewell's kind of out of the way, but that's where she lives. And finally, she said, I can't let you give that to me. And I said, okay, here's the deal. You can pay me, but I'm still going to deliver it to your house for free. How about that? Well, I only have $10 right now, and I can't. I said, you can just put it in the mail. Let me bless you with this. So finally, she goes, okay, here's my address. Hope it's not out of your way. Well, it was like 40 minutes out of my way to go. But I said, we're going to do this. This is a thing for the kid. Brady and Kendall were in the car. I said, this is what we do. It's so we go up to her thing, go in. I give her a hug. I said, thank you all for your service. She said, oh, it's beautiful. First thing she says is, hey, what's your address? And I said, well, since the kids are involved, the money's going toward my kids. It's not going to me. Whenever they're involved in a deal, I always put it in my kids' account. I figure quality time with my kids. So then she goes, hey, let me come introduce. I want you to meet my husband. So I go into the room and the kids come in and he said, hey, my name's so-and-so. Did you hear I've got brain cancer? And you could tell he was kind of slow sitting in the chair. And I gave him a handshake. And then I said, come here, Kendall. Come here, Brady. Give him a handshake. So they gave him a handshake and thank you for your service, because it was kind of appropriate. It's Veterans Day or Veterans Weekend and all that. He said, oh, thanks for coming by. And I said, thank you for your service. I hear you were military police. He said, yes, sir. I said, my brother's a police officer up in Hanover as a deputy. And he said, well, thanks for coming by and visit. And I said, hey, you guys, I'm going to let you guys get back to your time. And so we walked out. I gave her a hug, a good hug going out. And then she texted me. She said, John, you have a wonderful family. So I said, thank you, and prayers your way. So that was really neat.
That was nice to you, John.
That made my week. And I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but it's like sometimes when you're reselling or whatever, it kind of comes on your heart to do something. And I had no question. I mean, I was starting to question it when it was like out of my way by 40 minutes, but then I said, no, kind of, we'll do it. And I'm glad we did it. It was good.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So
that's cool that you did that. I give you props too, because there's a lot of people that wouldn't have.
Do what?
I said I give you props because there's a lot of people that wouldn't have gone out of their way like that.
Well, I mean, you hear a lot of different stories. Like the other night I sold a kitchen table and 4 chairs, and it was like $50. It was a great deal. And the lady said, oh, I need this for my program, the bedroom suite that I sold the following day.
Yeah.
And I call her up. I said, are you coming? And she said, oh, my kids were in a car wreck and they're in the hospital and my cell phone battery is low. So I don't know. You get all sorts of excuses on Marketplace,
Yeah.
So I texted her today. I said, hey, how are your kids? Hopefully they're out of the hospital. I haven't heard back from her. So you don't know. I can't judge, but you do get some stories.
It's awesome to hear, though, man. Great story.
It's a great thing that you did, John. But John, you're always trying to help people that way.
Yeah, my buddy Kelly, the one guy that I've been helping out, we talked about before. Out of the blue, he calls me tonight, and I said, "Hey, have you gotten a new phone yet?" And he said, "No, this is my aunt's phone." And he said, "You got any work for me?" And I said, "I really don't." I said, "What happened to your job?" And "Oh, it's slowing down, free work, and blah blah blah." And I said, "You need to go out and find a job. There's a job everywhere. Go find a job or go back to jail."
What did he say?
He said, "Yeah, I know, and I don't have internet." I said, "Go to the library. Find a ride to the library."
Yeah.
So.
Well, you got pretty stern with him, John. I'm impressed.
Well, I'm
but
sorry.
Like I told you, what did I tell you?
Yeah.
I told you he would keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back, didn't I?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's good though. You set him straight. You know what I mean? Because my thing is like, if you want to work, there's work out there. You know what I mean? I understand it's hard to find the job you want, but anybody can go grab a job at Mickey D's.
Anthony, but it's not going to set him straight.
I mean, you at least told him what's what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's living week to week. He's dealing possibly with addiction issues. He said, "Hey, can you list some stuff for me for eBay?" And I'm like, I was like, "No, I want you to list your stuff. You list your stuff. Why am I listing your stuff?"
Yeah, for sure.
He had one of those Sony. Have you guys looked up? It's a Sony Ball radio.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was from the 80s, but it's about the size of about a big grapefruit, and it was a radio, and it had a chrome ball chain coming off of it with a key ring on it, and then an antenna kind of popped up on it, and hey, Mama, here's Cooper.
Hi, Cooper.
Hey.
How are you, baby boy?
Good, how are you?
Good, honey. Who just popped out?
Tommy.
Thomas, where'd you go?
All right, so you said the other one was waist, inseam, outseam. So the nice thing about all these band uniforms, everybody's uniform had a number in it, so you know exactly what pants are yours or what shirts, which were kind of neat. And these were the Firehoff, but I don't know if y'all have ever bought and sold band uniforms. This was my first time. Fruhoff. But these I'm getting $39 for these. So
that's good.
And time is flying right now.
I haven't heard back from my Nutcracker lady.
Tommy's having problems with his internet.
Kendall, you still want popcorn? I'll be back in a second. I got to go cook Kendall some popcorn.
All right, do your thing. Oh, it's not like Tommy not to say bye.
I haven't been paying attention to the chat. I guess I need to look at it.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Justin, why don't you jump in the chat?
Yeah, come on, Senior Jacobs. You're that or Rob and Lisa. You guys are welcome to jump in. We'll probably only be going for like another half hour because I told Donatella that I would jump out for the start of her.
It's not going to start till 10, so I'm going to jump over there at 9:45. So
okay, well I'll go until like we need to get off. So I'm gonna be sitting down here probably till 10:45, 11 anyway.
Who's going to be on her? Is there somebody selling stuff on there?
No,
Or just her?
I'm calling her auction.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
I'm just filling in for T because T can't be there today.
I want to hear your auctioneer voice, Kelly.
My auctioneer voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't have an auctioneer voice.
You gotta have one. That's all. That's how you become an auctioneer.
No, I just have my regular voice.
Here, I'll bring that TV I smashed in and we'll practice.
Okay, go ahead, go get it.
You gotta do
get
that.
it?
Sure.
You gotta do the. I got 30 other whatever.
No, I don't do that voice.
Hang on.
I do regular voice. It's nothing fancy. You watched my auction, right?
I jump in. I'm at work.
Then that's how I do everybody else's auction.
That's how T does it too.
Same way.
I know. I'm just kidding.
No, I don't do things like 10, we go 20, 10, we go 20, 10, 10, 20, 20, 10, we go 20. I don't do that.
Buddy.
Hi, Justin.
Hi.
How are you?
Tired.
I bet you are.
Now that he's got a guy, he's like running ragged.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that yet.
Now he's got a guy.
I don't know. Hopefully. He asked me if I wanted to go next weekend. I said it depends on the weather.
Andy went and got his broken TV. He thinks I'm going to auction it off for him. He missed my auction voice.
Now, I'm not as good at looking as Donatello, but we'll use me as practice.
Hey,
You
hey,
already
Mom.
missed my auction voice. 10, we go 20. 10, we go 20. 20. Give me 15. 10, we go 15. If we got 15, it's 20. We go 25.
There we go.
Hey, just a slight rattle.
I don't. There ain't nothing wrong with that, folks. Nothing that piece of duct tape won't cover.
Yep.
Hey, Mom. You think is this jar too big to auction off? It's a gallon jar. Right now, it's like 11 pounds.
Holy crap, Justin.
Yeah, I've got. I don't know. Hold on. I've got. I don't know if you can see that one up there. That one's 16 pounds. But
they're in glass. They're in glass containers too.
No, I'm weighing the glass jar before I fill it, and then I'm weighing it after, and then I'm figuring the difference.
Oh my gosh, boy!
Right? I want this gone. So
there's an address in Kalamazoo you can send it to.
I know, right? I've been trying to help him with the jewelry, but he doesn't want to go through it with me.
No, it's too much. It was like 70 pounds of jewelry.
We started going through some of it, and he's like, I can't handle this anymore.
Hey, Mom, what are these? Are these like hairpins or something?
Yep. Yeah, it's a hairpin.
Do I just throw them in a jar?
You can.
I
Do
mean,
they look old?
a couple of them. I mean, that's.
No, focus on the camera. Where's your camera?
Maybe that's hold on.
That's pretty. Let me see the pin. Those are modern. Yeah, those are modern.
Yeah, it's just a bobby pin, but I probably got 25 of them.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of jewelry. I'm going to have a gallon bag full of watches. I'm going to have...
You got it made, boy.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get over to the camera.
So, I don't know about you, but I have a problem about picking up little action figures. I mean, not action figures, just little figures from childhood, like old figures,
Yeah.
80s, 90s. Would you sell like a bag of them? Because I got more.
Yeah, I would sell a bag of them.
Would you? Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have,
That's what I do. Is I get those freezer bags and I fill them, and I'll, depending on what's in there, I'll start them at 25.
Right. Like, let me pull a few out.
Like, I got 3 bags I'm putting together for tomorrow night.
It's just like random little plastic figures, like Kool-Aid Man right here. The guy from Aladdin. I have like 10 of the little raisin things, California raisins, Garfield.
That's cool.
But I didn't know if they would sell. I mean, Knuckles.
I would just lot them together.
What?
I would just lot them together.
So you do think a bag would sell?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got that. I got 2 lots of Legos. I've got some more to go through. It's got a bunch of minifigs. I've got a box of 18 pounds of Legos that supposedly have 12 different sets in there, and they're all I don't know what it means, but they're retired, so I don't guess they make them anymore. They're older, but they're all kind of divvied up. Like all the reds are in a bag, all the blues are in a bag, and so on and so forth.
So Justin, how do you research your Legos? Do you have a way?
No.
All right. So on Facebook, there's a group called AFOL, Adult Fans of Legos.
Okay.
And then they've got spin-offs from that of I'm not saying it's like men fans of Legos and gay guy fans of Lego. I mean, all these different groups of different fans of Legos. So that's a good Facebook resource for Legos. And I just found out, and Dee is a big Flipping Particles. She's a big Lego person.
Right. I just learned last night. I watched her on Mothership's auction.
Yep. Yep.
I heard something about she used to do a lot of Legos. So.
Yep. A lot of Legos. And then also, I just found out this week that Lego is promoting if you have unwanted Legos. Of course, we're all resellers for money.
Right.
But they're doing where you can send your Legos off to needy kids. So they've got a program, I guess, if you have Legos that you don't want to sell and you want to donate.
Right.
There's some resource where you can ship them off to needy kids. So anyway, that's my little input on Legos. I've got thousands of Legos out in my garage right now. Like dish pack boxes full.
Right.
I'm 52 and I still don't want to let go of my childhood Legos.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel with Hot Wheels, but they're not doing me any good. Might as well make me some money. Which I have my own collection, and then this guy that I found that I set up for the flea market, he just dumped like 300 Hot Wheels on me.
Right.
And I was giving them away at the flea market. I was selling them cheap. I mean, evidently, I didn't know because I've only been to this flea market a few times. And I guess there's a guy up front set up by the office and he's an older guy. I guess he knows his stuff. He come by and bought like 20. So I know there's some in there if the guy that collects them was, picking ones out. I don't know, I just like ones to catch my eye and
right.
like old muscle cars and stuff. But
what kind of dog you got, Andy?
It's a lab and a German Shorthair Pointer.
I got ya.
They'll quit barking. They'll quit barking in a minute.
So the car guy, I guess, is Derek, NASCAR man.
Yeah, I've got we're gonna do a live. I mean, I don't know. I get to him private live tomorrow, and
Right.
he's gonna try to go through them with me.
I'm starting to look around, and I've got a lot of media, DVDs, and a lot of records now, and I'm debating on whether I want to go through and like research them all or just do a bulk deal for somebody, because I don't want somebody to go through and finger through and just take out 2 or 3. I kind of want them all gone, you know. But the DVDs, you can like go on declutter, and I have the kids scan them, and then if they ding like anything above like 8 to 10 cents, then you know it's worth probably listing as a simple listing, because DVDs are easy to list.
You don't get much for them though.
No, but it's like if you guys were talking about how many items you list a day, and I'm like Anthony, sometimes it's a goose egg, but if you can just at least feed the beast with one listing a day, it kind of keeps, I think it keeps your store active. And DVDs and CDs are an easy list that takes a whopping like 2 minutes, and at least that puts the listing in for the day. So Nate, what's your side hustle outside of reselling?
Me? That's it right now. That's really it.
Oh, you didn't have work. You don't have work. You had to go in the other day somewhere. Or did you
Yeah. I was thinking of it in addition to that. But yeah, I work for a food supplier.
We're a food what?
Food supplier. We're like
we're
like a distributor of food products to restaurants and stuff like that.
So do you ever get cases of stuff?
For the holidays, they'll give us turkeys and hams and stuff like that. Memorial Day, they gave us ground meat, like 10 pounds or 20 pounds of ground meat.
Yeah, when I was working at Fastenal, and I was managed a Fastenal store. We used to get a box of candies and stuff from corporate.
I worked at Fastenal too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you remember the boxes we used to get that had nuts and candy, beef jerky, and
Yep.
And everybody was like, why can't they just give us like $25 extra and not give us candy?
Exactly.
But Nate, you're talking about one of our customers was Super Value, the food supplier Super Value, and sometimes when I was in good graces with the buyer, she would give me the employee sheet when they did the buying, like around Thanksgiving, and let us in on some of the discounts on all the bulk buying from Super Value.
Yeah, I used to work for Super Value.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the company that fired me 10 days before Christmas a couple years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, they fired me and 40 other people for no reason at all. Just they were just getting rid of extra people.
You got laid off, Nate. You didn't get fired. You got laid off.
What?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
What Fastenal did you work at?
Pardon?
What Fastenal did you work at?
ADVA. It was in Ashland, Virginia.
Okay. Who was this? How long ago was this?
Oh, probably about 5 years ago.
Okay, I worked there about 3. So.
Where did you work?
I worked in Pell City in Alabama.
Okay.
Who was the CEO when you were there? Do you remember?
Was it Overton or?
I think it was Overton.
Yeah.
Because they went through a change.
It was kind of neat. I mean, I serviced like an amusement park. Can you guys imagine that I spec'd out bolts for roller coasters and all that? And it was kind of a neat behind the scenes, when you get into amusement park and you get on the park ride, the roller coasters and all that. And exactly the bolt that they say, not any stronger or not any weaker, because sometimes they want the bolt to fail before other parts. And then sometimes the stronger, like grade 9 bolts, they want to survive, and they want the cart to shear off or whatever,
Yeah, I hated that job. They have a high turnover rate.
Yeah, they do. And I probably should have left. I resigned, and I used to butt heads with my district manager and all that because they said treat it like your own store. And I was in the relationship selling, and I extended credit out to probably some customers I shouldn't have. But how to small customers get big, they've got to get a break, and they got to get supplied, and but I probably should have left there sooner than about a year earlier than I did. I love going to the trade shows down in Florida, though, in Orlando.
Yep.
I get a lot of those vendors to send me stuff back and samples, and I love those trade shows.
Yeah, I was a store manager at 2 different ones.
I still have my Fastenal stock by it too. I had never did anything with it.
Got to do three boxes, Nate.
They closed a lot of stores down in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Good job, Anthony.
You said you're shipping out 3 boxes?
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
They look like they're pretty light too.
Yeah, I think the heaviest one was like 11 pounds.
Well, he can't lift that much weight anyway.
I want to see him body slam them like the old days.
He can't do that anymore.
I know. So Andy, one of my local dumpster dives was at one of the stores, and now they've closed.
Really?
But I'm still I guess the military sales guy is still, I guess they've got the lease on the building still, and he's still there. So eventually they're going to go empty out that store, and I want to hit it because they'll throw away a lot of stuff.
I used to, because I buy storage units and stuff, and I used to use every time I buy a storage unit, I'd always use the local Fastenal dumpster.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never really dumped there, but if they ever question me, I'll say I own like 1/100,000th of this dumpster because I am a stockholder. So theoretically, I probably could,
Yeah. I always use their dumpsters when there was one nearby because they're everywhere.
Yeah, and it's like that. I've never really gotten called out about it. It was great when I was a manager because I just say, hey, I work for Fastenal. And then I used to work for Fastenal. And then now that all the managers are gone and all that, I really don't know anybody that's still in that store.
Hey, Kelly, did you get your package yet?
My package?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'll probably get it Tuesday, Justin. Post office isn't open. I was at the post office Friday, but I didn't get it, and I didn't go yesterday because they're only open 2 hours.
Right. I thought maybe you got it yesterday, but
I have a really small post office.
I do too. Like it's like half the size of my house, the whole thing. And I don't have a big house.
So y'all remember? Do you remember the video I did about that miniature grandfather clock I bought? And it came with like assembly instructions, a kit on how to build it like a miniature grandfather clock, and the guy gave me the box that said Clockworks on it. And when I got home and opened the box, it was a bunch of Christmas glasses, and it didn't have the Clockworks for the clock. And I was okay with it because I didn't pay that much for the grandfather clock, and I'm going to put it in the Christmas show, and I'll be able to sell it. But I said, man, I wanted those Clockworks because then I could even, probably find a new home for those too. So I called the private school where the yard sale was and talked to the alumni lady. And she said, oh, yeah, let's see. And she said, I've got the distribution list for all the people that participated in the yard sale. I'll blast out an email and see if anybody responds back. I'm sure they probably, if they didn't donate it to Goodwill, I'm sure they probably still have it. So about 10 days went by, and I get a call from a guy and said, oh, he was apologizing so bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. We mixed the boxes up. He said, I've got your Clockworks. He said, for your trouble, I'll even let you keep the glasses. And I said, I can bring the glasses back. I don't really need them. And so I've got to call him, and we're going to do a porch pickup. He's just going to leave it on his porch, and I'll go by and pick him up. But I'm going to get the clockworks for that clock now.
That's nice.
I wasn't sure if I really was wasting my time, or being petty about it. But I thought I'd try it. The clockworks are no good to the guy that was selling the clock. He didn't, he was trying to get rid of it.
Right.
I think I'm fixing to jump off here. Appreciate you having me on, Anthony.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Anytime. Sorry I was so wrapped up in Amazon.
No, I'll get this thing in the mail this week for your wife. So
my address is in the private.
I got it.
Thank you
I
for
wrote it down. All right.
Bye, Andy.
Bye. See y'all later.
Bye, buddy.
Say
So,
bye.
hey, Anthony, if I'm ever on and you need somebody to pop on, let me know, because I don't mind popping off.
Oh, no, fine, man. Not
So
a
let
problem.
me know if anybody's ever in the waiting area.
Philly Pitger asked Anthony or me what were the first items that we sold on Amazon. Anthony probably can answer that.
Early for Anthony to answer that.
He probably can answer that, but I'm trying to think what was my first item. I might have to go back and look at my.
Hi, Amber.
I mean, I could probably tell him one of the first items, couldn't I, Nate?
I mean, if you don't have it in inventory, or I don't.
If you do, it should be flying right out. The hats. I sold some hats. So, sold some hats.
Hats and that.
Hats literally flew right out.
Yeah, mine are still there.
For how much longer, though? Like, because mine literally were like out.
Yeah, I had one where I'm the only person in the listing, so I have that one up higher, so that might sit for a minute. But the other ones, I had same thing that you'd put them for. They just hit later. They'll probably sell. I'm not worried about it. What was I doing? Let's see what my first items. Gotta go look at my first invoices.
Make America Great. Is that a trademark deal?
What's that? I didn't hear what you said.
It's the saying, how Trump on his hats has got "Make America Great Again." Is "Make America Great Again" like a trademark deal, or could you do a hat that said "Make America Great Again"? Eat at McDonald's, or "Make America Great Again." Go fishing. Take a kid fishing. Make America Great Again. Go bowling.
I don't know.
I don't think he's got a copyright on that.
No.
Whenever I was at the Conch flea market over in Massachusetts, they had a whole plethora of "Make America Great Again" hats, and you'd flip it over, and every single one of them said "Made in China."
Yeah.
Yeah. Make America Great Again on a Chinese hat.
My first item I sold on Amazon was Marvel Studios, the first 10-year Thor. That was the first. Marvel Studios, the first 10 years Thor, the Dark World Thor, and Sif. That was the first item I sold on Amazon.
Who's the comic book aficionado? Anybody?
I don't know a whole lot about comics, but I can try to answer it for you.
Marvel ROM, are they anything worth anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
Does any of the other guys know? I still have a whole box of like Marvel and DC comics that I bought over the summer that I just haven't touched yet.
So, Anthony, when you signed up for AMZ Labels, did you have to install anything or link your accounts or do anything
I think it's like a plugin, kind of like TubeBuddy. It's like one of those type things. So whenever you hit print on Amazon, it just automatically goes to them.
All right. I'm gonna make I think I'm gonna do like a dummy shipment just to try it out. Hopefully these labels are big enough.
Man, I tell you, my sister, we went and ate at my sister's, and she had one of my favorite things was salted ham.
Yeah, I like all forms of dead pig.
Pit to pit. Underarm.
Yeah, we're going to be on for like another 20 minutes probably. If anybody else wants to jump in, cool. If not, that's cool too. We are going to, at least I am, I'm going to jump over and watch Donatella's stream whenever Kelly has to go over there.
Not for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, but if anybody else wants to go watch the auction, you know, I invite everybody over there afterwards.
I'll be going.
I'm hoping there's a Dennis Dulot in there.
So, hey, another question on Facebook Marketplace. I had a white sofa that I was selling, and the girl wanted to know if I took Vimeo, which I don't, or PayPal, and I do take Square.
Uh-huh.
But if they pay with PayPal, would they have buyer protection, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I believe so.
So they could take that sofa home and then just say, hey, I want a refund. Now, my buddy, junk dealer, my buddy that's a Chick-fil-A manager, he said he's done PayPal some, but nothing over $100.
Yeah. Yeah. Typically, the only time I really do PayPal is whenever it's like online where there's like tracking numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
They have it.
The conversation and the messaging and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I said, I basically told her, hey, I'm selling this stuff for a friend, and I would prefer cash.
Yeah. Like for me, if I'm gonna time to go meet somebody, they need to have cash money.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
Kelly, you look like you're about ready to pee yourself.
Yeah, well, when I mean, I'm going to go to the bathroom, but when I went on Donatella's show to teach her a little bit about jewelry as she was showing me the jewelry, she had put in the advertisement hip flipping mama, right? So on tonight's live auction 9:45, join us. It's Donatella Bodolini and hip flipping mama with 1P. I could care less that it's spelled wrong. I do not care, but it's hilarious. It is hilarious.
30.
I love it. I'll be right back. I drank all my Dew of the Mountain.
Do your thing.
So are you guys doing anything to be kind of do the last fourth quarter push? I know you guys trying to get product in for Black Friday, right? For Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to send in as much to Amazon as I can. Just because Nate tells me once I get a decent inventory thing, it should all start flying out. So just trying to send as much there as I can. And as far as eBay, I'm just trying to list as much as I can. I just got a whole bunch of toys and stuff for free today. So hoping that that'll...
So have you guys sold used electronics on Amazon?
I haven't yet. Like everything I've sent in so far has been like retail arbitrage, brand new stuff.
Can you do merchant fulfilled used electronics on Amazon, or do you have to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't yet.
Because I got a Kenwood, a nice stack system Kenwood from that house, and I offered it to my son, but he just, I mean, everything now is just on Alexa. They don't understand like boom boxes, stereos.
Yeah.
I think it's all old. It's earbuds, and
I've done pretty decent with selling some of that stuff lately on eBay.
Yeah. I've sold, knock on wood, you know, because I used to be a professional shipper. I was a third-party guy used to crate up glass and pool tables and oil paintings and statues. And knock on wood, I've had very limited issues on stuff breaking on shipping. Pottery. I've had pottery break.
There's some plush in here. Some really ghetto plush and some really decent plush.
What is wrong with this?
Shake up, guys. Big shake up.
What's that?
I decided not to go with Dew of the Mountain. Cherry of the Pepsi called my name.
Ah, Cherry of the Pepsi.
Cherry of
Dude of the Mountain's gonna be mad at you.
I know, but Dew of the Mountain didn't have much to offer me. So, Dew of the Mountain wouldn't have filled my glass like Cherry of the Pepsi did.
Ah.
I had some Diet Dew of the Mountain today.
So we stopped by Sheetz gas station to get some hot dogs. And one of the options tonight was Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
I heard that.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting. Have y'all had that?
It's okay. It's all right. It's just a sweet barbecue sauce. I like Dr. Pepper. That's why we tried it. It's just a sweet barbecue sauce.
Okay. I ended up putting Old Bay on mine.
Let me check my email and see if I got an email.
Well, I guess on the plus side, there's no shipping tomorrow, so it'll give me a little bit more time to get everything ready for put lots together.
I wish I was off tomorrow.
Huh?
So I wish I was off tomorrow.
Yeah, I wish you were off tomorrow too.
I'm off tomorrow. I'm really off tomorrow because tomorrow is Monday, and that's the day I usually spend with Tom.
And this Dymo's gonna fight.
I'm kind of butting heads with my aunt. And she said, I don't understand why you resell and you're not a job. And I said, well, I'm not a job guy. Yeah. And I said, but to be honest with you, a reseller, we think about our business and our next deal. Like we're working every day. I don't think we have a day off, really. You're always thinking about, shipments going in. Where's my product?
No, you don't have a day off, ever.
You're always doing something.
My wife yells at me because I spent too much time down in the basement.
All right, guys, I got a boost.
All right.
Love you.
We or what do you think? Kelly?
I think you got time. I'm just gonna
What
jump
time
over.
should I shut this down, do you think, to get over there?
You probably got 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. We'll hang for 10 more, then I'll
Bye, guys.
Bye, Mama.
All righty, see ya.
Yeah, so she was saying, my aunt was, and I was saying, some weeks it's feast or famine. But I said, like last week, my marketplace, $600. I maybe had 6 or 7 hours in it. That's almost $100 an hour. There's not many jobs you can do for $100 an hour.
That's true.
But you're always on call, man. You're always, you're putting your information out there. You're always open up to surprises. I had sold a couple of these uniforms just before Halloween, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get, as soon as Halloween's over, they're going to try it and then ready to return it. And it didn't happen. It was 2 more people interested in more uniforms,
Well,
you've always got stuff going on.
There's still time left for returns on Halloween stuff. That's why I didn't buy any.
I ended up buying a what's that? Midnight at Freddy's or not? What is that?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is it the stuff that's all the stuff they're selling at Walmart or Walgreens? I mean, what is that thing? Anyway, I bought a pair of flannel pants that was 90% off.
That's cool.
These labels are like a hair too small. No.
Oh, cool. Yeah, if you look up image search for this is probably old chat for Nini, but Martha by Mail. If you find anything Martha Stewart from the 80s, it looks like there's money in it. And I'm just learning when I bought those copper cookie cutters.
Well, that's some Kelly.
When a cookie cutter has a maker's mark on it, it means they took the time to put the maker's mark on it. It probably has value. The Williams-Sonoma ones, which are still valuable, I didn't find maker's marks on those. I did find out that some of those were manufactured in Vietnam, though.
Yeah, these labels ain't no good.
I'm gonna have toy lots for days here. Transformers and everything.
Man.
Go Humpty Dumpty over here.
So when you guys ever have frays on clothing, do you ever like burn your frays off?
I do. Either that or I'll cut it off with a box cutter.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. I'm going to attempt to do it on this band uniform. So I don't know. Can y'all see that fray right there?
Let me make you bigger.
Well, guys.
Do you see the fray on that edge?
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try to melt that.
I'm gonna jump out of here, guys.
All right, my man. I will.
See you guys later.
I'm actually going to be shutting down in 5 minutes too. So, any people in the chat that want to go over to Donatella's auction, it's getting ready to start here in 5 minutes. So this is probably actually a good time for us all to jump out. But I appreciate everyone hanging out with us and helping me get my Amazon done. And now I'm just kind of sorting through some stuff for tomorrow's auction. But appreciate everyone. And till tomorrow, guys, should have a pre-recorded video out. And we're on Tommy the Bargain Effects channel for the Entrepreneurs Morning Show. And it should be a good one. He's going to be talking about the new podcast that we have going on and kind of sharing what's been happening with that and stuff too. So make sure you guys all come hang out for that. Anything else going on any of your channels before we shut down?
On my channel, I have a couple videos. Yesterday I released the giveaway.
Well, you can take me off, please.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yesterday I released a video on the giveaway that I'll be doing on my channel, and I'll be pulling that on Wednesday morning. And I also released the part 1 of my wife going sourcing, kind of see the day in the life of every day she's hustling. You know, when she's out hustling and bustling without me. So check that out. And Wednesday, make sure to check out my channel for the morning show at 10 Eastern. We'll have Shane the Rising Grind Picker and Marcy Kennedy.
Yeah, it'll be a good show, guys. Make sure you check that out. Justin, anything going on with you, man?
No, buddy, I'm sorry. I'm in this jewelry. I'm just fixing to hop over to the auction.
No big deal, dude. No big deal. How about you, John? Anything coming on your channel?
Yeah, the Christmas show coming up this Friday and Saturday. I'll probably, as you guys know, my YouTube channel is consistently inconsistent. But I'm going to probably drop a video on Capa Diamante pottery this week, and probably do my staging unit, which is a storage unit, but I call it staging, so it's not, so everything's in movement or flow. But I've just got to get some inventory up, and I'm not going to get stressed out about the Christmas show. So I'll probably bring everybody along on the journey, film the booth, maybe do a little 30-minute recorded video, and then I'll post that up on Saturday. And then I'm going to try to be in bed early every day this week to kind of stay healthy. We've got a few. Cooper stayed home from my sister's house today. They were a little under the weather, and it's kind of that time of year, so I got to stay healthy. So that's my update.
Cool. Appreciate everyone, and don't forget to head over to Donna's channel right now. Kelly Hip Flip Mama is going to be calling the auction. Should be a good time, guys. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Justin, Nate.
See ya.